Live. It's me. You know who it is. What is up? What is up? Okay. Dushan Zdravo, how are you? You know, what was your scent of the day? Mine was Am Sombre by Salman Pasha. It's in his more Middle Eastern line of offerings, which I respect, but I don't enjoy as much as his more, vintage Guerlain vibes. Joe Rose is here. Hello, top of the evening to you, my good man. How are you? What did you wear? I did say it's gonna be molto smart. Or it could be molto smart. I think it's molto smalto. Purom, which I don't know. I reckon it could be like a denser version of Francesco. I haven't smelled Malto. Invasion Barbare. I like barber shops. I'd enjoy it whenever I get to smelling it. Yeah, that's that. Oh right, you did do a stream with Mitch. I hope you had a lot of fun there. And I think three is a company, so let's just see what we have left in the ginormous bag of, the decant bag of doom. So, oh, more Guerlain. Interesting. I'd have to try it. So, let's see. We've done that. Ooh, Sublime by Jean Patu. That's gonna be our first offering. Our second is gonna be Grey Flannel by Jeffrey Bean. And what else do we have here? We have a lot of decants to sort through. And we're close to finding something new. Anytime. Just anytime. We're close. We're close to finding. Nope, that's hang on. All of these are going in the did it already pile. Okay. God no. God no. God no. Ooh! Fracas by Robert Piguet. This is gonna be interesting. Huh. Eau d'orange vert by Hermes. We have our four. Again, let us go through them. We have Sublime or Sublime by Jean Patu. We have Grey Flannel by Jeffrey Bean. We have Fracas by Robert Piguet, and we have Eau d'Orange Vert. Do you guys want to tell me what to pick first, or should I just go off my intuition? Actually, we have a nice division. We have two relatively fresh offerings with Eau d'Orange Vert and Grey Flannel, and two denser offerings of Fracas and Sublime. Not Bowling Green, Grey Flannel. We already did Bowling Green, which I really enjoyed, Duchamp. That is the situation. So yeah, it's So I think we should do dense, light, dense, light. So the pairings are going to be okay. We're starting. No, I'll respect your choice of Grey Flannel, but I'll do it second because I think the dense light transition makes more sense as a rest, as an at ease. So, women. So, okay, I reckon I got a good thing going here. So, the first pairing is going to be Sublime and then Grey Flannel. Let's start with Sublime on skin, because I forgot the paper again. Two sprays of that. Let's see. Okay. This is very interesting. It has a clean aspect to it, like sort of a shiny floor maybe. But there is a hint of sweetness here, of density. Interesting. Mayhaps this could be a Chypre. So it has this very interesting combination of soap suds and this warm syrupy heaviness to it, which paints this very nigh on indescribable color to me. This has a bit of a rainy vibe. Like when you're smelling this, it feels like you're looking at a scene that is very melancholy and raining, of course. There's a lot of usage of gray, I feel. But there is this warmth which I feel is like maybe some sparse lights. You know, like either some kind of is it like some? I feel like some warm candle-like lights with when yeah. Paolo, how are you doing? We are currently giving our first impression of Sublime by Jean Patu, which is very interesting. It is a it's not a very heavy, but it is a heavier fragrance that it has a good mix of a clean, slightly soapy feeling to it with a milky sandalwood. I'd say this has some of that samsara like milky sandalwood in it. That could be what I'm smelling here. Yeah, it's very very pleasant. It's not too formal because I feel that if it's that the density that Sublime has kind of keeps it away from being totally austere. It has a bit not of a casual aura to it, but certainly something that keeps it away from total ballroom outfit. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. A question. Have I smelled arpège? I have not. I have yet to smell arpège. It is in one of the decants. I have not smelled it. Look forward to that one. Yeah. It is actually in two decants. I feel because of the backup some sort of bottle. Yes. It is a very complex fragrance. This sublime. Hmm. No, Paolo. You're going to wait because I already have four decals that I've pulled, and that's just that. You know, if I were an influencer, I could have given it your suggestion. Anuj, how are you doing, my man? Good to see you here. Any newcomers in chat, Paolo and Anuj, go ahead and tell us your sense of the day in the chat. Also, if you aren't, if you didn't like scroll back to a bit in the beginning to see what I'm smelling currently, it is Sublime or Sublime by Jean Patu. And it is a very interesting, denser, mm, a denser kind of differently colored, less floral version of Samsara. I feel like Sublime and Samsara Samsara. They're they kind of walk the same line, but they take a different fork, a different part of the fork in the fork in the road. Eau d'orange vert, Anuj, my man. Guess what? We're going to be looking at today. Eau d'orange vert. It's gonna come a little later. We're going to smell it together. Well, I'm going to smell it. You're welcome to smell it together with me. Yes. Hmm. I feel like the the person who'd wear Sublime is not goth, not goth. Goth has to be a bit edgier. I feel like this person is. This is like a girl who really likes Midwestern emo music. Which, Midwestern emo music is, if you aren't familiar, of course, you can say you're very familiar with it. But Midwestern emo music has this very melancholic, not bombastic sort of sadness to it. Because this isn't playful. This is dark, but it's not like dark in a horror sense. So to me, this feels like a very low frequency, not very outwardly facing sadness. There's no crying here, but there's definitely an aura of sadness, of this kind of hopeless dissatisfaction, if you will. Yeah. Very good. It does. I would definitely wear this. This seems to fit my scent personality, if you want to call it that. Yes. By this time, I think we should have a break from dense scents. Sublime, a great scent for some. Oh, you probably mean Eau d'Orange Vert, not Sublime. Sublime is not. Doesn't seem like it would really please the masses in summer. Certainly, it's very dense. But Eau d'Orange Vert is, yeah, we will get to that eventually. So, moving on from Sublime, we have Grey Flannel by Jeffrey Bean. You're in an oven here. Ah, I see. Paolo has decided to grab a some late night shawarma, which all the more power to you. I am a huge fan of shawarma. So, enjoy your shawarma here. And yeah, let's, And then he just said he's in an oven because Dubai is super, super hot. Not in an attractive sense. It's not. I'll save my comments on Dubai as a functioning country. So yeah, we're doing Grey Flannel now. Let's spray it on. I'll say on the bicep. So that's that. Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Yo, Anuj, honestly, same. I despise summer. Like, as much as I enjoy fresh fragrances, I just hate the heat. Yo, Anuj, oh my god. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I wish I were in a wintry country, or like a wintry part of Japan, like Hokkaido. Dreaming about it, just dreaming about it. So, friend Rich, never visit Dubai. Yeah, it's a very, yeah, no, I don't know. So, Grey Flannel. Oh wow, this is very green. This is very green. It reminds me that the texture of Grey Flannel kind of brings me back to Fougère Noire in a weird way. This gray flannel has a very dark greenness to it. Yes, it's not yeah, sure, you could call it chewy. It has a very solid grass feel to it, very foliage like. It almost feels like you're taking a bite of 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 some green plant just every time you inhale it. It's so weird. That's the best way I can explain how I experience this dark greenness. Paulo says there are some perfumes that are better smelled from the sillage versus smelling it from your arm. Green flannel is like that. Sillage is intoxicating, can be off-putting up close, but sillage is good. I wouldn't say it's off-putting. Nowhere near the level of Boss Number 1. It's just that, oh, violets, now that you're saying it. Now that you're saying it, if I put this texture thing up against Fleur du Rocailler, there is a line that can be drawn here, yes. It does feel like this very wrinkled, this kind of wrinkled plant feeling that is described in Fleur du Rocailler. But in here, it's definitely much greener. It's not as pretty and austere as Fleur du Rocailler. I wouldn't say this gray flannel fits my personality. I also wouldn't say I hate it. However, I wouldn't say I very much enjoy it. It's a decent like, you know? It's more than a tolerate, but less than a like. It's less than a like. It's a like with a minus next to it. Well, you know, Luca Turin can give anything 5 stars. I can just disagree. You know? Yo, Fosco, what is up? He is wearing Habit Rouge Privé. Interesting. I haven't smelled it. Not too keen on Habit Rouge as a whole, but man, whatever makes you feel like yourself, you know? Yeah. If you would force me to give it a rating, which I hate doing, it's very reductive. This is like a 3-star fragrance to me. It's good. It's not anything more than good. It's good. I prefer bowling green to gray flannel, which is why I don't understand why they discontinued bowling green before gray flannel. I figured it would have been the other way around, just if we're going by my subjective opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Who would wear gray flannel? I don't know. We have a dog out here. Who let the dogs out? Who? Who would wear gray flannel? Let's not mention his name here. I don't know who that is, but if he is deceased, then may he rest in peace. Mm, So there's a movie called Night Moves. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a neo noir movie that basically deconstructs the film noir formula, and it's so hopeless in its ending that it's it's almost pointless, that movie. From beginning to end, it's like it starts like simple and conventional enough, but then at the end you're like, really, really, that's how it ends. And you just watch this guy just collapse on himself. You see his life just fall apart. And I feel like the protagonist of Night Moves would absolutely wear gray flannel, because while it is very clean, the darkness here sort of radiates maybe a foreboding, or more like something beneath the surface, like a distress call, you could say. That's who would wear gray flannel to me. Again, if I wanted to wear a heavy violet perfume, I'd personally go for Fleur du Rocaille. But if you enjoy gray flannel, who am I to stop? Again, I don't. You know, Al Manzano can just be Al Manzano. That's all I can say about it. So yeah, that is two fragrances down: gray flannel and Sublime. They are sorted, done. Next up, let's move on to something that I know a certain person in the community just absolutely adores. It's Robert Piguet's Fracas. I have heard much about it. Mostly DJ absolutely loving it. Anyhow, let's see what Fracas has to offer us in terms of its scent. It's not arpège. Oh, okay. Okay. This is so this is churros, huh? I can see why DJ would absolutely love this. There is this fleshy, not fleshy, but this kind of creamy, weird, milky thing to Fracas that makes me think of Vetiver Blanc by Solon Pasha, which is why I think I know now what Turo smells like approximately, if we're talking about the conventional execution of it in perfumery. It is a very heavy floral. I'd admit that. Yeah. Well, it it does smell old, like 40s and 1940s and before that. It is very dense in its not replication, because this is a vintage, more like its being, its embodiment. It's well, it is. It does embody the more aldehydic side of perfumery that is more common in 1940s, 1930s, 1920s, 1950s. It's heavier and denser than the perfumes of that ilk that I enjoy. I prefer Fleur du Rocailler to this. I prefer I could say Mitsuko kind of fits in this kind of execution of the old world feminine floral. Antelope? Nah. Antelope is in a different category. Still good though. But yes. The person who would wear fracas would cause a fracas. That is a very funny. That is a very, very funny joke, Dev. Please congratulate me on this. She owns land. She or this is a daughter to one of the American robber baron families. This is a Vanderbilt, this is a Carnegie, this is a Rockefeller. This is richness from that era of history, American history, because the denseness, the excess of fracas does call me to America. But this old nature of fracas does bring my mind back to that sort of wealth. It's not old money, but it's not new money. It smells of inheritance. And it's very, very, very stuck up. It would not look in your direction. Not even if you were rich, it wouldn't even look in your direction. Like, the only way she would look in your direction is if her entire entourage said you were okay, and you don't know how hard getting that okay would be. This screams, and not in terms of a projection or anything, this, in terms of its aura, screams, I will not touch you at all. Even if the pole was 100 feet, 200 feet, miles upon miles of pole, not even a millisecond, you would not get that at all. So yeah, Flacca, I do like fragrances of its ilk. Just don't like how Flacca does it. If that makes sense to you guys. So yeah, that was Flacca. And then the final one, the final fragrance in today's stream. Does he have one for Enchanté? I don't think Anoush has one. I mean, he is here, he can answer. So, the last one, Anoush's scent of the day. Eau d'Orange Vert by Hermès. This, I would probably enjoy this. Let's see if I do. God, I'm gonna absolutely destroy my parents' nostrils with this. No, it's not Arpège, Paolo. It's Eau d'Orange Vert from Hermès, which I have sprayed already. Untwist your bridges, please. This, well, okay, yes, this is a very classic Eau de Cologne smell. I do like this one. I do like this one. It is less aggressive in its lemoniness. Mostly because it's probably just orange. If we compare this to like Monsieur Balmain or Eau du Guerlain, Eau du Cologne Impérial. Yeah, this. It is very citrusy green. There's not much to say about Eau d'Orange Vert other than it's orange and it's green, which this is surprising exactly 0 people that it's orange and green. It does have a bit of lemoniness, but I think that's just because why not? Like, if you're adding orange, just add lemons as well. But it is milder, maybe because there's orange as well as lemon and probably bergamot. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is an Eau de Cologne. I can feel that. Not in like the concentration. It's just it smells like the tradition of Eau de Cologne. Yes, very good. Can be worn by anyone. Not a particular personality to it. This is just something anyone ever would wear on a hot day out when you don't want to kill people with your scent. It's very pleasant. So, well, it is a short impression on Eau d'Orange Vert. It is an accurate impression of Eau d'Orange Verte, and it's a positive impression of Eau d'Orange Verte. So, if I had to rank, or I'd place these four on a completely separate ranking list, I'd say Juro says that he likes Eau d'Orange Verte very much for a total absence of embellishments. I would like to say I like it for it. I like it. I like it. It's nice. It doesn't have, because it doesn't have to have embellishments in it. That's a good way to go about it. It's not a summer break. It is exam season. I'm on that short period between assignments and exams where I can just relax. So, again, the ranking on these, I'd say that last place would go to Gray Flannel. Third place would be Fracas. Second place would be Eau d'Orange Verte. And first place would be Sublime. That is the sitch. That is what I think. So yeah, that's that. Again, small reminder of the impressions if you were not here when I started. Sublime is a very, not a very sad, but it's a melancholic, half milky sandalwood, half clean soap-like fragrance, which kind of walks the line of samsara, but it takes a fork somewhere else and becomes its own thing. Very pleasant, my favorite out of the whole bunch. Gray Flannel. It's a very chewy, very textured, dark green fragrance. I heard from someone that it has violets, and then I got immediately reminded of Fleur du Rocailler. So yeah, it does have violets, but I do prefer Fleur du Rocailler in terms of violet fragrances. So yeah, Gray Flannel, that was the next one in the order. Then we had Fracas, which is a very dense, white floral, tuberose, very commanding presence. It's neither old nor new money. It's Robert Baron money. It's a Vanderbilt. It's a Carnegie. It's a Rockefeller. Because samsara gozaimasu. No, that it's samsara. Samsara is not a Japanese word, I'll say that much. The Japanese equivalent to samsara would be shoji, which is life and death, or birth and death, which is very appropriate. Anyhow, I did say Fracas is my favorite, and my third favorite out of the bunch. And well, I do like the kind of 40s and before feminine fragrances. It doesn't strike exactly the same chord for me. And then the last one was Eau d'Orange Verte by Hermès, which is a very pleasant citrus green, who would have thought, fragrance, which doesn't have much going for it in terms of special, but it doesn't have to be special. And so that just got into second place by virtue of not offending me at all. So yeah, that's that. That was our, stream so far. I think I am going to end the stream soon, but what shall you say about doing a Scent of the Night talent show, which I know you guys have sorely missed in your life? The candidates, of course, the contenders, are the four decants you've just witnessed to yourself. Grey Flannel, Orange Vert, Fracas, and Sublime. These are your choices. Cast your votes well. The winner gets to be my scent as I go to bed. These are the rules. Enjoy voting. God, I didn't fill my water bottle. Oh well. We got a vote. Okay, never mind. Or perhaps he just didn't. Okay. So, Paolo's vote goes to Sublime. We have Juro saying Eau d'Orange Vert, as by Paolo's first comment, which he deleted. I can see everything. We have 2 votes for Sublime. Interesting. God, I've sprayed too many fragrances, and I can very much feel that. Wow. Yeah, he did change Juno. That's very much a thing. Yeah, Fracas is a very, very large fragrance. Is a good way to describe it. It announces its presence, and you're very much aware of it, but in a very, very scary sense. It's not like a modern feminine fragrance where it's so sweet that it chokes you out. It's sweet. You can feel that it's sweet. It bears on you. But it does it in a way which isn't juvenile. It's very mature. Very mature. I'll say let it run for, let's see, 2 more minutes. And then I'll close the votes myself. And we'll pick that as the scent. And end the stream. Juro says he has hard times dealing with tuberose as a note. It is a very weird note. Don't rush. Don't rush our boys, okay? Don't rush our boys, Paolo. The voting ends at 1 minute and 20 seconds. As for tuberose, yeah, I can see how it could be hard because there's a creaminess here, but it's not a very understandable creaminess. It's mature. It has a bit of a medicinal creaminess, but not in a cold medicinal way. It's a warm medicine. Like maybe lather, like a medicine that has been lathered, has been turned into a lather. You know, like a very thick, foamy lotion. I need more time with Poison. I did enjoy it off first impression, but I don't know. I don't hate Tuberose as well. It's just not my favorite. It's it's a little more than okay, I'd say. Anyhow, Nihao, sorry. That would be the end of the Scent of the Night talent show, and our winner is Sublime by Jean Patou. Applause, please. Applause, please. Let's bid our losers farewell. Orangeville, you did well. Grey Flannel. De Fracas, you were dangerous apparently. Thank you for your participation. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone who has showed up and commented and talked and chatted in my stream. I'll see you and I'll see you again. Cornflower by Frederick Malle is stunning. I'll have to smell it eventually. So, thank you for coming, and I'll see you when I'll see you.